Welcome to another video. Walk on the wild side, and I'm here in Blackpool. I'm at Ginn Square, and yesterday a hotel just up here behind me, the new Hacketts Hotel, which is right next to the Cliffs Hotel. It's in between the Cliffs and the Savoy Hotel, was burning. It was on fire. It started around about 2:30 yesterday, yeah. And I was out of town yesterday, and I managed to get down last night and do a live stream, and it looks pretty bad for the hotel actually. It's pretty gutted. You can just see a shell now. So what I thought I'd do is I'd come down here today, early on, and we'll see how they're going. I think it was still in flames this morning. I was watching a video, old Blackpool biker who does videos quite regularly around here, and I think it was back on flames again. So let's take a look up there and see how it's going. Well, I tell you what, it's pretty busy down here at Ginn Square in Blackpool. They've cordoned off the Promenade going up this way. Look at this here. It's chaos around here at the moment. And as we look up this way here, you can see a police van there. Road closed, as you can see there. And we'll just zoom in now. I'll be taking a walk up there in a minute. But this is how it looks from here. You can see they've got a massive crane up there with the firefighters are pouring water straight down on the roof of the hotel. I mean, the roof is pretty much gone, I think. So anyway, let's take a walk up, shall we? Take a closer look. Yeah, so it's a bit chaotic here on the Promenade. Before I head up there, I just want to show you around here because the views from here are absolutely amazing. It's a nice morning here in Blackpool. It's a bit of a shame that we've got this hotel fire going on, but just look at this view here from... We're just looking out at... You can see the tower there in the distance, and just look at this now. Oh, I just thought I'd show you this first. The deep blue. Look at that, right towards Cumbria, right up there. So that's where I was down there, Ginn Square, and I'm now opposite the Savoy Hotel. Look at that there, Savoy. We've got a unit outside here. And I just thought I'd start here just to give you an idea of how far back they've got it all sort of taped off. And we're looking towards the block there now, and it's a massive block, you know, and the new Hacketts Hotel takes up about half of it. But if you look on this side, can you see on that corner there, there's some very swanky apartments. I think they're called the Berkeley Apartments. Can you see? They go around the corner there. Now, I was sort of wondering whether the whole block could be affected, you know, by this fire, and whether, you know, if it ever had to be demolished, would they have to demolish the whole block, or maybe they could get away with just demolishing, you know, the section where the hotel is. Well, anyway, let's take a little look further up, shall we? This is Jubilee Gardens, by the way. Jubilee Gardens. There's not that many gardens along Blackpool Promenade, you know. In fact, if you go along the Golden Mile, there's literally no gardens. There's just those lawns, isn't there? You know, those big lawns that are now like, well, they're like beaches really, aren't they? But this is a nice little area, and I think it's looked after by locals, and the council give them a bit of help. I can smell that smoke now. Look at this. Well, we'll have a little look round the front, shall we? It's not looking too good, you know. It's not looking too good for the building, I have to say. So there's a view of the Savoy there. And I'm just across the road from the Berkeley Apartments, which I was just talking about. On that corner there, can you see? AA, I think it's got an AA 4-star rating. And they've got the Maples Hotel next door as well, which I think that looks like it's operating. So, and there's a hotel next to those in between. I don't know if you can see there's one there. That one does look empty. And then we've got this. Look at that. They're just pouring water straight down there. They've got to keep it on it, I think, because the fire could start back up again. I'm not sure if you saw the live stream I did last night, but I mentioned that it's really, really complicated about this hotel. It was bought at auction and sold off as flats, investment flats or retirement flats, and a lot of people bought the flats on spec before anything was done, and apparently they all lost some money. Yeah, so it's really, really complicated. It was split up into 61 titles, 61 separate titles. Yeah, so a lot of people lost their money. They even lost Bitcoin on it, I think, as well. Yeah, so it's pretty complicated, this hotel. Oh, look at that there. Wow. Just a show now, isn't it? And if you zoom in here, you can see the sign. Funny enough, the sign, the new Hacketts, seems to have survived pretty well, doesn't it? But just look at this. Look at that. I think it's the end for the new Hacketts, because I think that this building is going to have to be demolished. But I'll just show you the rest of the building there. You can see there's a hotel just over there, which I think is empty, and then we've got the Maples, and then we've got the Berkeley apartments on the end there, and those look pretty posh, the Berkeley apartments. So I think whoever owns those will be a bit concerned. But that's the Cliffs up there, the Cliffs Hotel. That's a massive hotel, the Cliffs. There you go. So there's Blackpool Tower, and it's around about a mile to the south of here. Just to give you an idea of how far away we are. Just outside the front now, look at this. The sun's rising over there towards the east, and I can actually feel the heat from the sun. Actually, it's getting quite warm, although it was really, really cold this morning. It was actually, I think it was sub-zero this morning, you know. They even had gritting wagons out. Yeah, I saw them have gritting wagons out. So let's have a little look over this way, shall we? Come round the other side. Yeah, the sun's right in us now. Someone mentioned as well that there's a load of vans. Can you see them vans over there? There's vans down the side of the hotel. Yeah, I wonder what's going on with those vans. A bit of a hazard, if you ask me. There's a lot of firefighters and whatever discussing what the next move is. There's a lot of firefighters over here outside the Cliffs Hotel. Cliffs Hotel is awesome. Got quite a few people watching as well around. It's not too bad really, it's not like a massive crowd or anything. It's a Tuesday morning. Oh, by the way, there's a guy over there that's got a vest on with demolition, so it looks like they're considering maybe having it demolished. Yeah, they're talking to someone that he definitely had a vest on that said demolition, so there you go. It looks like they're already looking into having it at least partly demolished to make it safe. As we look around here at Jubilee Gardens, look at this, isn't it nice? Got a little waterfall there, look. Might be wrong. Oh, look at that view over Barrow there. We can see the boat coming out there from Heysham. The boat is about to head past the town of Barrow-in-Furness. We can see the hills of the Lake District. It looks absolutely epic. What a view from Blackpool. Can you see that big lump on the end now on the left-hand side? The boat is travelling towards it. That's called Blackcomb. Or Blackcomb, big mountain. It's the most isolated of the Wainwright. Is it the Wainwright or is it? I think it's a Wainwright fell, yeah. It's over 2,000 feet, yeah, and it's actually nowhere near Barrow-in-Furness, but it looks like it's looming right over the top of it from here. Okay, so we're now looking towards the south. You might just be able to see the tower peeking up above that building on the left-hand side there. Can you see the North Pier there? Oh, we can actually just about see Wales as well. Can see, if you look towards the right of the North Pier, can you see there's a lot of wind turbines there? I think that's a real flat wind turbines, yeah. You can actually see the outline of Wales, North Wales, yeah. How about that? What an amazing view from Blackpool. Say hello.
Good morning, Cody.
That's Cody there, by the way, Cody. And we're just across here now. Here we are. Look at that. They've got the... they've still got the water on it. Yeah, sorry, we're looking into the sun here. I'm going to see if I can just brighten that up for you. Can I brighten that up? Went the wrong way then. Still getting used to this camera. Yeah, this camera, I'm using a new camera for this, so it's a little bit tricky to... But there you go. How's that? That sun is really, really bright. I can actually feel the heat from the sun as well, so that's pretty good. A lot of the firefighters will have changed shift, won't they? They'll be swapping over, won't they? Because I think a lot of the firefighters that are on this are going to be from different areas, aren't they? So this is as far as the cordon goes. It's just outside the entrance to the Cliffs Hotel there. The Cliffs, I mean, just look at the Cliffs, isn't it? Grand Hotel, that there. Look at that, wow. I don't think anyone was evacuated from there, but here's a view of those vans, by the way. Someone mentioned them on the live stream last night. They said, oh, there's a lot of vans down the side of the hotel, and yeah, a bit of a hazard, those vans, actually. I think we'll certainly have to move them before the attempt to demolish it. But there you go. This is how it looks at the moment. Well, since I was last filming, there's been some fencing put up, and you might be able to read that. It says J.D. Young Demolition. Look at that. Now I wonder whether that means they're going to be knocking it down pretty soon. What do you think? I mean, look at it. It's just a shell now, isn't it? Look at that there. It's a lost cause, isn't it, really? Well, they're still pouring water on it, but just look at that. It looks pretty spectacular when the sun's shining right at it from the back there. The new Hacketts. It's the end. Yeah, I mentioned on the live stream, I don't know if you saw the live stream that I did, but it's very, very complicated, this hotel. It was bought at auction a few years ago. It'd been empty for a long time, and it was split into 61 separate titles. That's 61 separate like apartments, and sold off as prospective investments or retirement homes for people. Lots of people bought them on spec, and they all lost out. They lost a lot of money. Some of them even lost Bitcoin, because I think they accepted Bitcoin as well, yeah. So there you go. A lot of people lost out on it. Will those 61 titles still be in effect if it's demolished? So I'll just give you one last look now from the south. The sun's gone behind a bit of a cloud, so it might be a little bit easier to see now. We were looking into the sun before. But there you go. They've still got that hose on. They're keeping that hose on there, because it did start up again this morning, yeah. So there you go, that's how it looks at the moment. I'll keep you updated. I'll come back and do another video. a bit later on. But yeah, there you go. So there you go, I'll leave it there now, folks. A bit of an update on the new Hacketts Hotel here on Queen's Promenade in Blackpool. And yeah, it does look like it's going to come down, doesn't it, with those demolition signs up on the fencing. The fencing is just to keep it the area safe, I suppose. But yeah, it doesn't look good, does it, really? Anyway, I'll be keeping you up to date on it. I'll be coming back here a bit later, probably. And there you go. So if you like this video, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos. And I'll see you again on the next one.